All right, we are having a give back day across all of crypto right now, including VET. So I wanted to spend a few minutes to talk about VET and what is coming up next for it. Of course, I am a big holder of VET. I really love VET, and I've been very excited to see this run up that we had. It's still funny, I'll bring it up again. When I made a video back on Wednesday, this was Wednesday my time, I was talking about how we needed to get through this very critical area highlighted in blue, this 0.033 to 0.035, and that would set us up for a nice run further. Well, we did get through that area that day, closed above it. When I was saying setting us up for a run higher, I was thinking to this most recent high of probably around 0.04 and hoping, we could bounce up there and challenge that. I certainly did not expect us to see a 40 and 50% move over the next 2 to 3 days, but that's exactly what we've seen in VET. If you are a VET holder, congratulations, you have been having a ton of fun, just like I have been. Nonetheless, after hitting a high of up here of about 0.051, we are definitely seeing a pullback that is right in line with what Bitcoin is doing. So in a minute, we'll go talk about Bitcoin. I will say right now, the only thing you need to do with VET is wait. That's all you need to do. VET is just fine. Long term, it's going to turn out just fine. We will not be panicking or complaining about some fall off, even if we get something like, and watch me now, even if we get something like this back down to this critical level. This critical level has been broken. It has now will turn into support. I'm not saying we'll get down to this level. I'm just saying if we do get down to this level, it's okay. It's going to be just fine. The reason, let's talk about why I say we could get down to this level, and it has everything to do with Bitcoin, okay? You can see I just made a video for Link, but of the coins that I make videos on and watch more carefully, Link is the only one that is showing green. Everything else is in red today. So definitely a give back day on crypto. And this is what we're seeing with Bitcoin, this candle right here, which is not a good looking candle. Of course, it has no long-term effect on anything, but from a short-term perspective, this is not a good looking candle. You don't want to see a red candle taking out the bottoms of 2 previous days, but that is indeed what we are seeing. And that's not unusual. 52,000 was a nice level of resistance right here on Bitcoin. If I zoom out, let's go on the weekly. I've been doing too much drawing here on Bitcoin. Let's go to the weekly. Let's zoom out and see why 52,000 was important. Well, it's important because it was the high of these weeks back here in December of 21. Y'all can see that, I hope. See that high, and that high. It was also the close and open of this week here. So this is an important level, and as you can see, we've reacted to it. These levels are simply points of reaction, liquidity levels, support resistance levels. People call them different things, but the fact of the matter is 52,000 has historically been an important level for Bitcoin. People know that, and algorithms know that. So algorithms are programmed to react around that level. Thus, we have a fall. Will we fall to this level? Well, we very well could. Over time, could we fall to this level of 45,000? There are some that are saying we absolutely could. Okay, so we will not panic. We will not be concerned from some pull down, drawback, pullback, whatever we want to talk about in Bitcoin. One guy that does talk about us going to sustain and maybe get down to the 45,000 level again in Bitcoin is this guy I follow on Twitter. He's called Rect Capital, and he talks he's a good follow, by the way. I highly suggest you follow him. He talks a great deal about how Bitcoin reacts around these halvings that are upcoming. We've got an upcoming halving coming around the middle of April. That's what this rectangle indicates. This is when the halving is estimated to happen. And he talks about Bitcoin has one final pre-halving retrace left. Historically, it tends to occur only a few weeks before the halving. A few weeks before the halving to me would be 4 to 6 weeks. So if the halving is but estimated in April, mid-April, I would say sometime March, we would be expecting this pullback that he's talking about. And if we do get that, he said in the past, historically, it's happened a 20, sometimes even a 40% pullback. I don't think we'll get a 40% pullback in Bitcoin in this environment. That would be 20,000 points, which would put us down to 30,000. I just don't see that at all. But a 10 to 20% retrace I could see, which would put us into this 40 to 45,000 level. If that happens, and historically it has, does not mean it will, just historically it has. If that happens, do not be surprised if VET should come back down here and retest this critical level of 0.035. Now, the good news is this level is now support. So if price does come down to it, it should hold firmly, or at least should provide some resistance so we can see how the market is going to react around it. But do not be surprised if this happens over the next month or two for VET to give back some of its gains. Conversely, if we wake up, what is it? The market opens. We've got President's Day here in the US. I think the market's closed on Monday. So if we wake up Tuesday and these ETFs are looking to find $500 million of Bitcoin to buy like they have over the past couple of weeks, Bitcoin could just do something like this and level on out and continue its grind upwards. And if that happens, VET will probably continue up as well. VET has been one of the stronger altcoins, obviously, this week. Let's do this. No, let's not do that. I was going to take you to a bubble, one of the crypto bubbles, and let you see how strong coins been. I think we're probably up about 35% this week after going up about 50 and giving some back. But if you see something like this, do not worry, do not panic. It is not the end of VET. This is only the beginning. If you have more deployable capital that you're wanting to put into an altcoin and you're looking at VET, it might be a good decision to do so. And you might get a discount here, and you might not, because we did not expect VET to do this. You just don't know in this environment when one of these altcoins are going to be pumped, just almost randomly picked up. Who knows who picks them up, or why, or where the millions of dollars come from, or why it was VET over the last 3 days. But it almost seems randomly some of these altcoins get picked up and absolutely take off, and they go. And so the main thing you want to do right now, you want to be in a coin that you like the project of, that you trust, that you have done at least a certain amount of research in. You want to be in something now. You don't want to wait to get in any longer. If you're not in now, now's the time. If you are in now, now's the time to be patient, because we've just got some good days coming up ahead, not only in VET, not only in Bitcoin, but altcoins across the board over the next 12 to 18 months. All right, that's my update on VET. Y'all be sure to check back, and I'll keep you updated more. Take care.